Please give a big, warm welcome to the wonderful Nicole Young with Beyond the Edges.
I learned early that acceptance had rules. Say Miss and Mister, lower your voice, laugh smaller. The walls of my all-girls, mostly white, Catholic high school were a small prison. You had to abide by the strict rules laid out for you if you wanted your photo on the wall at the end. Beyond those walls, New Orleans felt like home. Loud, alive, full of movement. It felt like me. A burst of color here, a splash of comedy there, you know, the likes. The court, 4 lines, 2 hoops, and a bright orange ball was somewhere I thought I could fit. My grandpa, my grandma, my uncles, my nephews, my mom. Basketball connected us as a family. We knew that jerseys mattered. They represented us. Your number was yours, your work, your sweat, your name stitched in the fabric, woven into, for me, the legacy of the school. Some would argue, I would argue, that the jersey was more important than the championship banner carrying my name on the wall. I chose mine deliberately, 21. It was a combination of my mother's and uncle's numbers. I tore my first ACL in a scrimmage right before the start of the season, 9th grade year. I guess I thought I had something to prove to the new coach who didn't yet understand his players. Prove that I was useful here, that I needed to be here, inside the lines to feel grounded. But one wrong step, and my jersey was confined to the storage abyss where it was meant to stay until I healed. Some jerseys were untouchable. Former legends who weren't legendary enough to have their jersey numbers retired, but who were legendary enough that no one wanted to try to fit their jersey's huge reputation. My reputation wasn't so huge, and so a girl had no problem trying to fill it. I was right there, just outside of those lines, unable to play. I was on the roster. The coach needed a new me. So he gave my jersey away to a player who forgot hers that day. By the rules of the game, her mistakes became mine. It turns out my small reputation wasn't something she could fill so easily. But what hurt most wasn't the damage to my record. It was how easy that jersey was taken from me. Graduation was the same story, different outfit. At my alma mater, you don't wear caps and gowns for the official ceremony. You wear a white dress, and it gets approved by the dean of students and disciplinarian. There were a couple million rules about the dress. It had to be white with 1-inch straps, no poofy stuff, and it had to touch the ground but couldn't trail in the slightest. I'm 5'11", in heels, just to clarify, and we were required to wear heels, so it was already hard finding a dress long enough for me. Any dress not labeled tall hates to see me coming, and the feeling is mutual. Every white dress I brought in was never the right color. You'd be surprised at how many different shades of white there are, because I mean, it's quite literally white. And even if I nailed the color, the dress was always too tight, too long, not modest enough. Alter it, edit it, adjust yourself. I wondered if approval had anything to do with the dress at all, or if it had more to do with the body in the dress. But the disciplinarian gave me no choice. I bustled it, I cut the sleeves and added it to the skirt. I added a strap. I edited the dress until it was stripped of everything I loved about it in the first place. The white girls in my class had less trouble getting their white dresses approved. At least that was my impression anyway. The dean thought their dresses were pretty and didn't seem to care that some of their words were ugly. Like the girl who sailed through dress approval even though she announced to pretty much the entire senior class as we hung out in the courtyard, Muslims should go back to where they came from and Black people should be hung from oak trees. The school wanted this girl on the wall. We didn't. My friend, Amira, said she wouldn't stand for the class picture if that girl did. My mother disagreed. Be on the wall, she told me. Don't let them take that from you. You don't see many people of color on that wall. But we took 2 photos, one for the wall and one for ourselves. A spontaneous group selfie when the teachers weren't looking that included all of us except the girl who would continue to remain nameless. The second photo was the truth and mattered more to us than the one in the hallway ever could. The official school photo used to feel like proof that I mattered and was here. But Amira wasn't there, and that absence mattered. She wasn't erased, she was honest. I wonder if by staying outside of the frame, did Amira escape something I didn't? She never tried to fit into the rules. I think that path is something that I'd like to try. I'm tired of asking to squeeze into someone else's frame, their perfectly curated image of me, not because I didn't belong, but because I feel most seen just beyond where the frames can't reach. Thank you.